Hey guys, we are back. This is part 2 of my husband answering your questions based on his 17 years of marriage with me putting mouth from time to time. We had so much fun in part 1. Look at all your feedback. Try and watch part 1 if you haven't done so already. As always, everything we will share in this video is based on what works for us. None of them is the holy grail of a successful marriage. Please share what works for you with us in the comments. Don't forget to like and share the video with your friends and family members that you feel will benefit from the video. We've done the intro in part 1, so let's jump straight into the next question. For my second question, I think you've touched on this a little bit before. Is it right for couples to go behind each other's back and send money home?
For me, it's not right. I'll say it outrightly. It's not right. Because marriage, like I said before, is supposed to be an open book. There's no need of all this secrecy. It's all this secrecy that, warrants going behind your husband or your wife to send money. If you're one with your husband or wife, marry your friend. How I see this financial transaction in the family, I don't really know because some men or women may say because my mother have to be giving more. Because I'm the man. My mother, if you want to give both mothers money, have to give my mother maybe 40,000 and my mother-in-law 30 or 35. Or the woman will say, maybe if the one is sending higher, give my mom higher. No. I believe I give to each part, even relations, according to need. For instance, if my mother don't need money now,
we don't give my mother-in-law as much money as you even give other people.
There's no need to go and give her 100,000. Whereas you see your cousin or your nephew or somebody that needs that money genuinely, that you should give 100,000.
Between our family and his family, it's not a competition. Life is in seasons. How do they say it? There will be a season where nobody will need money on my side. And then there will be a season where it will be like all the philanthropy that we are doing is on his own side. I will not come and say, don't give person that needs money because we've given your own side too much.
It doesn't make sense. So this issue of family, this and that, where will you give? No. Your family.
In our family, we discuss it. If somebody call, hey, we need to give this person money. We discuss. Can we give this amount of money at this time? Can we not? We give the one we can. And
because marriage, I see marriage, both families are now one. Don't see your husband family as those people. They are different. Or you're seeing your wife's family as those people. No.
The next question from Play Space. What are the practical ways you and Oga settle your disputes? And who is the first to apologize? The one about first to apologize, we've already settled that one in the couple's time. But continue with the practical ways that we settle disputes. Let me hear what you say.
I would say practical ways. There's no other practical way except for me going to, talk about the problem and solving it. If you are not your wife, just talk about it with her. Tell her you're sorry for what you did to her.
If you did something to her.
If you did something. Sometimes
it's good to talk it over, even if it involves an argument. Sometimes we argue here and argue here as we are trying to talk it over.
Just trash it out.
Say it out. Don't carry it in your mind though.
That's just it.
Say it out.
Practical way.
You did this to me, the person did not agree. You keep that's one of the arguments we have.
No need of packing
of whether you did something to the person or not.
No need of packing it in your mind.
Say it out. I'm actually more expressive than my husband, but over the years I've pulled him to the center. He's a little bit more expressive now, but I am the person that come here. We must talk about this thing. Expressive
in terms of keeping malice, no?
Not keeping expressive as in expressing your feelings.
That's what I used to do.
Okay, let me explain what I mean. My husband is the kind of person that will be happy, sweeping under the carpet. Maybe in his mind though, he's really not a big deal for him. But for me, I say, no, it's a big deal for me. Come, we must talk about it, whether you like it or not, something like that. But assuming he's saying, leave that in, and I leave it. Meanwhile, I don't want to leave it. I hold on to it and keep packing it.
No, what I mean is sometimes, there are some little issues women stress over. That I see as.
You see what I'm saying? You see what I always say
That I
about
see
people's
as.
feelings. He likes to slag off people.
This thing is just.
Feelings.
This thing is nothing.
This thing is nothing.
Leave this thing now.
It's a big deal for me.
Okay,
and
baby.
if you keep arguing that it's nothing, we'll keep making it into a mountain.
All right. Got it. Got it.
Olivia asks, should couples have a joint account? Let me answer this one. We've said it before. And there's no yes or no answer to this. Yeah. We just talked about what we do. Like I said in that, you don't have to do what we do, because some wives will drive you crazy if you do that, and some husbands will drive you crazy if you have all your money in one place. Please.
It depends on the circumstances.
Especially a spouse that does not understand. Spouses that don't understand, when they see a large amount of money in your account, they want you to buy them a new car, and if you don't buy them a new car, that house will scatter. So if you have that kind of person, for peace to reign, I'm not somebody that does things for peace to reign, but you cannot force somebody to look away from money that they have seen. Once they see it, you must spend it. If you don't spend it, it will be like you don't love them. So I don't want that. Yeah, I don't want that for you. So if that kind of open book joint account will not work for your family, please don't do it. If it's not broken, don't fix it. We all know who we married, and we all know their weaknesses. Their weaknesses.
And their strengths.
So please don't do that if it will not work for us here. It works perfectly for us. For me, I'm not into buy. My husband that is into buy, he's mindful of my eye. when he sees it, my wife will say that I'm buying too much. So, like some people like buying too much, they don't mind it.
I got what you buy. I
have what you go near the other time. I have what you near the other time. The things I buy in this house are for business. So ask him. Even this phone that I'm talking about, that Ned was talking about, and camera, is it not for business?
Next question.
Is it for leisure? Next question. Olivia asks again, as an Igbo man, do you believe a couple not having a male child is not good? Do you think it's a bad thing? Let me rephrase it.
As an Igbo man.
Yeah, as an Igbo man.
I don't think it's a bad thing. In fact, with this fixation of having a male issue about Igbo culture and tradition, I think is gradually fading away, because the reality of the contemporary world is that people have come to realize that women or the female children are the people that are mostly responsible to their parents and siblings. Most families these days, if they don't have girl child, they are in problem, because during the old age of the parents, it's their daughters that are carrying them up and down, come and stay in my house, come on. So most often it's the wife, the women, their daughters, they go to their houses.
Okay, what about inheritance and carrying the family name? Because I think that's why she stressed Igbo man here. Igbo men, what they mostly stress is carrying on the family name and inheriting the property.
Yeah, exactly. But all those things,
if there's a property to inherit,
all those things, like I said, are now fading away, because they are now becoming obsolete. Because even family inheritance, like you rightly say now, if you have nothing to inherit, what are you struggling for? This life is just a simple thing. And when you die, all these things are gone.
You die, who cares about family name?
You even know again about if you
and
have
all this, our lineage will close.
Let
it close now.
You don't know.
Do you care?
All these are, they say, if your lineage is continuous, or if it has closed, you don't know. My forefathers or my grandparents that are dead, I don't know if they still remember anything now. So
they are
that's
dead.
life.
You're
that's my own idea.
Yeah.
It doesn't change anything. Yeah. Society is evolving.
You know, that thing that you're talking about, inheritance, is not really Igbo culture. Let me explain. Before you people will come for me, let me explain. There's something called Igbo culture that when you don't do it, it's a taboo or something like that. Or when you do it, it's a taboo. That is the kind of thing that you will be worried about. But something like inheritance, if you come today and bequeath your earthly possessions to your girl child, nobody in your hometown will come and say, no, you cannot do that. It's your prerogative, no? It's what, if you want to, to put the name of your girl children in the will, nobody will come and say that they should not inherit it. You understand what I'm saying? So that thing called Igbo culture is just some people's way of promoting their beliefs. It's not a taboo in Igboland for your girl child to inherit your land. For instance, in my husband's village now, that is developed, because when we talk about all these inside villages that are not developed, that's a different issue. But for instance, in their hometown, it's fully developed. You can give your girl child a piece of land then, and she will build on it, maybe build a rental property there, or school hostel or anything there, and make money from it. Nobody will come and take it from her. It's not a taboo, because the way they say it, inheritance, as if when a man gives a piece of land to his daughter, that it's a taboo. It's not a taboo.
This inheritance, even if you're a man and you inherited a land and you're not doing anything, the land is not of benefit.
Very soon they will sell it.
I've seen people that sold their ancestral land because they cannot do anything.
Because they sold all their land in their village.
Ended up using the money for nothing. So likewise, a woman that is married, or maybe you're doing very well, with your husband, living wherever you're living. The least thing you'll be bothered about is your land inheritance in your father's.
You can still stay in your father's house.
Exactly.
Nobody will chase you out because you're a girl. That is what I'm trying to say. It's not that kind of culture that, because you're a girl child, you cannot live in your father's house. The only thing is that people will be talking. That's talking, but it's not a taboo. That's what I'm trying to say. Jessica Rice asks, how do you deal with troublesome in-laws? When I read this question, I was like, this one is not applicable to us.
It's not applicable, but it's just maybe a general idea of when you're going into marriage, go with a mindset, an open mindset, like my wife said. Don't go with this mindset of going there to meet your antagonists or antagonizing people or trying to, be belligerent because you want to, you're trying to find trouble. Be yourself. Once you have agreed to marry a man, especially the ladies now, no, like I said initially, take his family, especially we Africans or Nigerians, take his family as yours. If you know how you respect and love your family, love his family like that as well, because they are human beings. They need this, your love and care. It's not only your family that you will regard as people. You regard your husband's family as people too, equally. I don't know. I've never seen anybody. There are maybe few exceptions, so extreme exceptions. Somebody that will be showing, you will be showing love, and he or she will be showing you hatred in return. There may be, but there are not many.
Some of them will show you that hatred at the beginning. Again, in that video where I talked about Anambra men saying that their mama said that they should not marry you. Once you get a hint, take a walk. See. There's no amount of love you have for a man. Again, we are saying women because now it's women that will live there. It's us that will leave our house and go to the man's house. So I'm talking to women.
Mother-in-law.
You're the
and
one
women
that
are mother-in-law.
If they show you any sign at the beginning, we don't want you here. We don't want our son to marry you because of maybe where you come from, the way you look, whatever prejudice they have. Please go your way. You'll find another person. Unless you're seeing that place as I'm a visitor here, I will not be going to the village or something like that. It's up to you how you're going to manage that. But I'm going to tell you that the stories where this later changed to a good story are tiny.
No, baby, but the issue for me,
once you say, especially the mama,
it's not even especially. In most cases, all these people that are saying mother-in-law. That's why I say women, they are their own worst enemy. In most cases, the father-in-laws and the brothers-in-law, they are indifferent. Like me now, I'm indifferent to the person, my brother, whether my senior brother or my junior ones. Anybody they choose to marry is his choice. So I will respect the person. But problem that I always have in his mother-in-law, sisters-in-law, there are times, like my wife said, they may not want to initially because, come to think of it, which is right, they are looking out for the best for their son or their brother.
Looking out for which best?
No, wait.
Sometimes they don't have a reason.
Wait.
A good reason.
Somebody may be living in Lagos now. You just come and tell me, maybe, Mom, I found a girl I want to marry there. You know, the mother instinct initially will say, and maybe she has been hearing stories about Lagos women, how some of them use enemies to attract or catch their man, catch in quote. So the mother may be apprehensive. My son, why now? We have very nice and well-behaved girls in the town or in the village here. Or I can even help you and look for so person's daughter is very well behaved.
And the wife and the husband says what? Let's follow that up.
And the wife and the husband said, no, I must marry that girl.
Because look, she's a nice girl, she's not the same as all these people, and yet the mother continues.
So
you say bye-bye to them.
The mother may come, bear her fangs at that initial time. But if the son insists, some people will just let go.
I believe that there's a difference.
But this wait.
There's a difference between general information about Lagos girls, and then you go and meet the mother, and she meets you. You greet her respectfully. I mean, the initial meeting now.
Yeah.
You greet her respectfully. You're dressed decently. I mean, so there's no real reason why she will say you will not marry this girl, because she will do everything, even lick the floor that the woman is walking on. Still, you say you will not marry.
There are ones that are there are some.
I understand the general
stereotype. There are some that are extreme.
When you still get close to them, and they still continue fighting you, no.
If you overcome that general stereotype, and they maybe because they want, but what I was trying to say is, some women,
don't mind what
because
he's saying.
no,
he's a man.
Wait.
And they are the ones that will bring a woman inside.
Wait.
And you will leave your parents and go and live with them. I'm telling you, don't
what I'm trying, don't listen to me. The reality is that even what this thing you're saying, some women or some ladies will still see all those physical problems. Still, they say that
we will keep talking now.
We must marry this guy.
A lot of people see red flags, even worse red flags than this. They still put head
so
inside.
That's what I'm saying.
But it will not stop us from talking.
When you've decided that you have to marry that man, what I'm trying to advise is relate with the mother-in-laws very well, because some at the initial time when they see that maybe you're not from the tribe of the man, and they're apprehensive. Okay, if you go and marry an Hausa or a Yoruba or an Igbo or this and that, we will not tolerate her. When the person comes now and they see the character of the person, that is, the character is quite opposite of what they were anticipating. You see them relaxing. Yes. Because I've seen homes in my town that Yoruba women are the best in the families where they are married.
You're going far. In their place, they see people from my place as too wise, too open-eyed, and all that. And they usually call us that we don't keep a home and all that. We are too wise. But there are two of us now in their family.
From
both Abuenu Association. Two of us are now exemplary wives. So I understand. That's why I said I understand the initial stereotype.
Just like when you meet somebody,
you're supposed to rely. Hey, it's not what we expected. But when you continue fighting her for no reason, if you see these kinds of signs before the wedding, please leave. It's not going to get any better. I'm begging you. It's not going to get any better.
Yeah.
Mickey Odibeze asks, she has two questions. The first one, what do you think of African women in the diaspora calling police on their husbands? Yeah. The matter of the moment.
That one, I'll be brief. For me personally, I don't support women or calling police for their husband. But this is with a proviso, not that total support. If for things I would say unnecessary, maybe bickerings, small fault. But on the other hand, is a yes or no answer. This one I'm saying no now is for unnecessary issues, because there will be some maybe you just insulted me, she called police. No, but when they are having serious issues, by serious issues I mean like beating, threat to life, or constantly maligning the woman or just bringing her down, constantly being a terrorizing the woman, I would rather say yes. When your life is in danger, you have to protect you because the police are there. It's not like Nigerian police that will maybe go to say no. Yeah, they are there to protect.
Yeah.
Instead of killing one another, it's better one person at least for.
If you don't want people to call police for you, don't do
for the tension to die down.
Don't touch your woman. Keep your hand to yourself.
But the one who just say maybe for just every flimsy thing call police. No.
If somebody abuses you like verbally, do you call police?
Some do.
Unless the person like threatens you.
Some do.
Verbally.
And the worst is that
the police will discharge that if it's
they may not know because some may just come and
lie. Unless you lie.
Put up many things.
But it has to be for a real reason. You cannot waste the resources of the state.
Tell many lies so that the police will. I know in Western society, police believe women more than men. So
believe women.
Of course, it's obvious. Whatever lies they say, mostly the police will believe. That's the truth. But
what do you mean by the police will believe? Are they Nigerian police?
Even here we are living, I have some workers that are being thrown out of their houses. They will tell you when you're Spanish people, when you are talking with them, what they did. Although unless they are lying, because I wasn't there living with them.
Some of them will be lying.
But I know too, because there are some cases that went to court. Eventually the policemen they investigated. Here is not like Nigeria. And found out
that is why another reason why you should not be afraid
that the woman was lying. So that's the problem.
Because they will investigate. That is what I'm saying. Like that's saying lie. That the police believes women here. I don't think so.
Lie.
Unless the woman, or maybe a situation where the woman inflicted injuries on herself, because what they work on is evidence. But if the man can prove that it's not him that did that, he will be set free. Yeah. And of course, for that kind of marriage, I believe if it happens the first time.
But even here, sorry to interrupt. Here, even simple insult, they take it is a serious. Not that it's very serious, grave offense, but they take it's an offense. And a white lady that you insulted her, she can call the police, and maybe she tell the police that you were insulting her. There's nobody there, and there's no recording of your insult.
Anyway,
it's just a word against yours. That's what I'm saying.
Nigerian women calling police on their spouses mostly are assault and battery.
Yeah, when it's life threatening.
I believe it's good to call the police.
When it's life threatening.
And it's better than that, than both of you killing each other, because it will escalate. Usually, it will usually escalate, and then it will start talking about something else. So I believe it's better to call the police while tempers calm down. I understand that once you call police for the other, it's like the end. But we are adults. We should go and do anger management, and so that we don't do things that will invite the police into your house. Yeah, that is my own. If you don't want police, don't do police things. Mickey asked again. I want you also to throw more light on couples fighting each other over child benefits. Advise them on how to go about it so it won't be causing problems between them. Child benefits.
For me, this child benefit issue is that's the way I see it. I see it belittling for some men to be fighting over child benefit because in most cases, when there's a divorce, if the children are underage, they are normally, in most cases, they are normally under the custody of the woman.
Chelo, this thing, is it child benefit or child support? Because these are two different things. I don't know, in the UK, they have something called child benefit, where when the woman is working, there's an amount of money that she'll be getting, like a tax refund or something.
Okay,
I don't know if it's that one or child support she's talking about. You can talk about both of them.
Even both. If it's let's talk first about this child benefit. I mean, you're divorced and your children.
Child support. No. That one is
child support, and the children are being paid. The person that is taking care of the children should be receiving the money, whether the man or the woman. Simple in that case. But in the case of maybe couples are living child benefit, because some of the European nations pay children little money. I think it should be used for the upkeep of both the family.
Because it's kind of an income.
Yes, the child is a beneficiary. The woman will not say, okay, because because in most cases the woman's account that they are paying the money into, because she'll be the one that will fill the form. Okay. Maybe she will never, the man will never see this money. it's for my children. No, I believe, and that again goes to show finance management in the family. How it's creating problem.
Yeah, because if it's still an income to the family.
If it's a family that is united, that is living as one, it shouldn't be an issue. This is something you should use to the group for the benefit of the whole family, the children inclusive. That's how I see it.
And for the child support, the person that usually child support is the person, is it always the man? I don't know. Is it always the man that pays it, or is the person that, what if the woman was earning more than the man before the divorce? What will happen? The man will still be asked to pay child support. I don't know the details.
Child support is whether the woman is earning more or less. Child support is you have to be paying. Is this one that the man have to pay for the children?
Really? Even if the woman is earning more?
Yeah. It doesn't matter who is earning more.
I don't know anything about it.
No, because the assumption is that you're supposed to contribute for the upkeep of your children because you are the one that fathered them, irrespective of if your wife is earning more or not.
Yeah, I know that this thing is all about bitterness, you know, like, but just imagine if you're living in the same house with them, you will still be paying for their upkeep. Though I believe that some men think that money that they're asked to pay for their upkeep is usually more than what they will be spending if they are in the same home tomorrow.
Obviously.
But the fact remains that you're not in the same home. That is all the side effects of divorce.
When they are calculating it, they are using their own objective calculation. You know, you as a person, when you are living, have to manage income now. So
and when you live in one home, that's
why
nobody comes to put eye for you how much you spend on your children. But now it's a state case, so they decide based on your salary. So
that's true.
Anyway, let's not delve into that because honestly, I'm not experienced in that. I don't know much about that. J. Paulsa asks, how do you think one could keep intimacy and romance alive? Because after so many years of marriage, you could get bored and decide to look elsewhere, even despite loving your partner.
Now this one will they call see finish. Because after many years with your spouse, see finish don't enter.
But is it possible that you still love somebody and you want to look elsewhere?
But the issue is for me.
Love.
That's why they say you try to rekindle that love and romance. If you know what will maybe energize that love. Some do take vacations, going out together, just bonding, being together, and recreating some of those fond memories you had when you were wooing her. So those are some of the things that will take, rekindle the spark. Likewise, your wife being as sexy as she were when I know because of childbirth and other issues, but irrespective of that, by putting on some sexy things.
Will you dress sexy for me?
No, I'm not talking of maybe. Well,
generally, will a man dress sexy?
I don't know how.
You people will come with your pot belly and be talking about women looking sexy.
I don't know how a man's sexiness, how a man will dress sexy. What I mean is, even in the house.
6-pack now. Will you go to the gym and come back with 6-pack? You'll be donning your pot belly and still be looking for somebody that will look sexy. No. All I'm saying is that.
No.
All I'm saying is that, to be honest, from my own experience, after 17 years in this marriage, you see all these marrying fine man. I'm talking for myself. I know that some people, even after 50 years, they still want someone to be like that kind of looking a special way. But I tell you the honest truth. After some time, you see all these. That's why I said that if I'll have one thing in my list of what the qualities I need in a person, looks will never even be there. I mean, when I was single, I was like tall, dark, and handsome. But look at him. White man. When I brought him home.
Tall, white, and handsome.
Tall, black, and handsome. Mom, even my mom knew. Everybody knew.
Tall, white,
because
and
then
handsome.
when people come, like, they tell me, oh, look at this person, is interested in you. And I look at the person, I say, Mommy, he's fair now. Why didn't you discharge them even before telling me? You understand that this one cannot be considered because he is fair. So when I brought him home, my mom, when she saw him, she was like, why? but you said that you don't like fair guys. Instead of you to say that you don't like them, you said that you don't like fair guys. My question to her was, is he fair? Because to be honest, I did not see him as fair. You see, when you meet that person, that whatever you
love blind you now.
So that's what I'm trying to tell you. And now a lot of people may see my husband and they say, "Oh, your husband is so handsome." But this is someone that I live with in the same house. I don't see that anymore, even if it was there before.
Yeah.
You will stop seeing looks. No, honestly.
Yeah, it's true.
It's just like your siblings. Do you from time to time look at your siblings and start to imagine how handsome they are or what? I tell you, it will get to that point. It's called see finish. But the good thing is that at that stage of see finish, you people have bonded so much that a lot of things cease to matter at that stage in your life. So that is how I see it. I know that there are some people that want someone to continue to look a certain way even after 50 years of marriage. Fine and good, but for the majority of us, I believe that after some time, you don't really see that person for how they look. You see that person for who they are in their entirety, and who somebody is in his or her entirety has a lot to do with what is inside.
It's a quality that endures.
The content, not the container. So I understand that after some time you may want to say, "Oh, let me go outside, right? This thing dinuku." I don't know if you're Igbo. This thing dinuku. I'll translate for you guys.
Looks are deceptive.
This thing dinuku. There's nothing there. There's nothing there. I'm sorry, I have to say it in Igbo because I don't know how to say this in English, to be honest. I'll try and translate it. So like you said, Luke says they talk about it. For instance, you can talk to your spouse. I don't know if J is a guy, no? J. Anyway, this is a username. So you can talk about this, not in a condescending manner, but babe, this and that. Even talking about it can send some packs. Send some sparks.
Just being together
in the marriage. There's nothing more than communication in any relationship, not just marriage. Even in a business relationship, talking about something, a problem discussed is a problem half solved. Okay, discuss it. Be open-minded. Stop hiding your feelings. All these hiding of feelings is almost finished. Don't worry. Anyway, the second one, does your partner have the final say when it comes to making decisions, or is this a shared responsibility?
Well, in a nutshell, we've answered this somehow. It's a shared responsibility. We both decide jointly on anything we want to do. So there's nothing on this one have the final say. How
can one person want to have the final say in a union of two people?
It must happen.
It does not make sense now. It doesn't make sense. Even in the office, just any relationship in the world, not just because I don't know why the kinds of things that we don't do in other relationships, we want to be doing it in marriage. For instance, if you're in a team in an office, is your decision the final decision? No. Everybody in the team, I know that the manager or somebody, of course, the manager is believed to be more experienced and all that, but all of you that are at the same level in the team contribute. Somebody in the team cannot come and say, even managers will not come and, unless it's a one-man business that the owner of the company, what I say is what will be done. But if you're working in a big organization and you're in a team, it's a decision. Even somebody that is a trainee can bring a good suggestion that will take the team forward. So the same relationship, the same thing. If your friends, in your group of friends, is it only what you say that happens? If it is what one person says in the friendship, then it's no longer a friendship, it's something else. So the same thing with marriage. There's no way you will be married to somebody and you'll be treating that person like a piece of furniture. That person must have something to offer. The person has to contribute. Even from the other person's contribution, you can refine your idea and come up with a better idea. That's why you're two people. Two heads are better than one.
Don't say
so there's nothing like this person knows better. Everybody can bring something to the table. And then his third question, and I think that's the last question, Is there equality in marriage? Is the man greater than the woman because it is scriptural or because he's the breadwinner? If he loses his place as the breadwinner, does the woman overtake him? Because as Christians, we quote that the man who cannot provide for his own, and especially for those of his own house, he had denied the faith and is worse than an infidel. Hey, this quote. I hate this quote because it doesn't make sense to me. I don't care if it's from the Bible, but this quote, I hate it because it has destroyed a lot of families. Anyway,
for me, this is equality in marriage. Like we just said in this second question, decisions are jointly. I really don't see all this headship and neckship. I really don't see it, because for me, like I said, what is the head? Unless you're commanding, giving orders, no. Whatever I want to do now, I will talk with my wife. You can see, maybe we are building a house, baby. See the kind of plan I like make we do. Maybe she, as a person, may not necessarily like that kind of house. She may say, okay, I like this one. No. I say, no, but this is why I like this one. No. After the, debating, you both will come to a compromise. Okay, let's do this now. Go. So marriage is a thing of compromise. Sometimes you allow what your wife is saying to flow. Likewise, your wife, maybe a suggestion from the husband can also be allowed to flow. That is how marriage works. So for peace to reign, there's no really that this one is the head or your authority is unquestionable.
Yeah,
I don't really like it.
You're talking about this as if it's a physical ranking. Like, it's not a physical ranking. For instance, where you talked about what if the man loses his place as the breadwinner. For me, my belief is, in this life, whoever has, let him or her bring, let the family eat. This is what I believe. That you're a breadwinner, you're not a breadwinner, you are still the same as that he's bringing this time and I'm not bringing. We are still the same. We don't have to place these things based on money or no money. A lot of families are being carried by women and you won't know.
Yeah.
You will not know. A lot of women are breadwinners in their family. Do you even need to come and be discussing it outside that you're the breadwinner? Why would you come and discuss? Like, it's not a subject for discussion. You people are partners. I understand there's a situation where a man is just useless. He doesn't want to do anything. He doesn't want to work. But there are some times when the man temporarily loses his work and he's looking for a work, actively looking for a work. In a place like outside Nigeria, the person may easily find another job, but in Nigeria, it may take the person years to find a job. There are no jobs in Nigeria. It's not because the woman is bringing at that period, oh, you're an infidel. That is why I hate that part of the Bible. I don't like it. And I heard some people say that if you start from the beginning to read it, they're not actually talking about a man and his wife. I've not read it from the beginning. I'm not preparing to read. But you see that verse that they always lift. I hate that verse. It does not make sense. It doesn't make sense at all to me. I'll say it. You see that verse that somebody is an infidel just because he cannot provide for a temporary amount of time. You people are partners. That's why you are partners. Marriage is a partnership of everything. Business partner, financial partner, everything partner. So long as money is coming into the family, you people manage it for the meantime. That is what I believe. That is why you're together. If you want to be alone and be eating the money you're making alone, stay alone. Don't get married to anybody. But when you get married to somebody and the person is not bringing this time and you're bringing, I mean, like I said, I'm not talking about a situation where the man is just completely useless. Some of them may even be earning money. They will not be bringing it for the family to spend.
And unfortunately, that's the context this quotation is being used. Although some people just lift it and quote. What the Bible meant here is men that are very irresponsible, that you just marry for marrying's sake, bringing out children without responsibility. That's
even if somebody is providing for the family and treating the wife and the children like trash. I know people that bring money and they disappear for months. They live with another woman. Is that one not worse than an infidel? So long as he's bringing money, it's fine. No, I don't like this verse. You people should stop quoting it. I don't believe in it. So anyway, please close, baby.
That's what we have to say. So I urge my fellow men and women, just some of these things we say here, like we said, we gave a caveat. This is how
our experience
live our life. This is our experience, how that we are living, and it has been working for us fantastically. So we believe some of these things too is not exhaustive. Is to each his take or what? I don't know how
each
to
his
know.
own.
Yeah, to each his own. So whatever rocks your boat, whatever you see, at least that will make your family to grow, and there will be a peaceful home, because the essence here is for your home to be peaceful, for this race of katakata and problem in homes to be reduced drastically. That's the major essence. Live happily with your spouse, whether husband or wife, wherever you come from. Happy home, that's the essence. So if it works for you, apply the ones that
whatever is working for you in marriage is the right answer.
That works for you.
Whatever is not working is the wrong answer. You keep looking for a solution till it starts working.
Yeah, get it over and with, and be happy. So thanks for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe. Continue to support her in her channel. Maybe whenever we have time, maybe we will continue to.
You're making another promise.
Well, I said maybe sometime, maybe we just chip in 1 or 2 things as couple video too.
Okay.
So thanks for watching.
Thanks for watching. Bye bye. Have you liked this video yet? Bye bye.
See you soon.